UltraCycling Magazine show.
Hello everybody, welcome to the UltraCycling Magazine show, the show about all things bicycling and especially long distance ultracycling biking. Hey Lee, it looks like you've changed. You're a dog.
Well, no, that's Riley. He's got a new job. He's now an official therapy dog over at the Legacy Center, and
That's
he
wonderful.
seems to be enjoying that. Hey,
Nice.
have you got your snow shovel and your plow all ready to go over there?
Unfortunately, I do. I'm not looking forward to it, but we're ready for this wonderful
We're,
snow we're going to get today.
we're getting ready for a big snow here. We were joshing about it. Jim is a few miles north of me, but he's not probably going to get as much as I am. That's the way they're predicting, anyhow. I don't know how they figure those things out, but anyway, we'll see and get our errands run before this afternoon. They say it starts to snow, Jim.
Definitely. We'll get all that done and be safe out there, everybody. First of all, we'd like to welcome everybody and wish everybody a Happy New Year.
Hey, yeah. I started out with a flat tire on New Year's Day, and yesterday a dead battery. So I'm getting a good start automotive wise.
There you go.
I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop, Jim.
No more shoes. You're getting
One
them out
more
of the
shoe,
way.
and then we can rest easy.
There you
But
go.
anyhow, let's get on here with.
All right. For everybody out there watching, the chat is live. Post your questions or comments out there, and we'll get back to you. If you don't have a question or comment, just tell us where you're watching from. And we'll give you a shout out.
Hook it up.
Excellent. So, uh, let's do our sponsors and all that right now.
Time stations, yeah.
Excellent. So, any news, Lee?
Well, not a lot. I do have to say, I finally got the final episode of Lam Do's tour of Vietnam up and published yesterday.
That was very
I
interesting.
apologize to Lam because it just took me forever. It just seemed like every day I tried to get at it, something would come up. There's been a lot going on here, so we got that taken care of. So, Jim, tell me about the Race Across America races.
Yep. We've got Race Across the East, Race Across the West, and Race Across America coming up in June again. Kind of down on our riders, unfortunately. So hopefully they pick up here shortly and we get more people coming. So on RAM right now, there are any changes from last week. You've got 38 total racers, which is one 2-person team, 2 8-person team, and 20 solos. On Race Across the West, we've got 8 total racers, which is 2 2-person teams and 4 solos right now. And then on Race Across the East, we've got 19 total racers, which is 1 2-person and 1 4-person and 13 solos. And Valerie Litchernisky is the newest addition there.
Yeah, we're glad to see Valerie come in there. She's such a contribution to the racing scene, and
Definitely.
that'll give the other woman there a little competition.
Yeah.
To make it a little fun thing.
Yeah. So definitely, if you're thinking about doing RAM in the future, hit Race Across the West or Race Across the East first to get your feet wet and enjoy the wonderful ultra cycling. And also for RAM, we've got cruise seminars coming up. January 18th and 19th, and that's sponsored or that's put on by the Ram headquarters people, and they are a very, very good place to get info. It's all online. You register on the website, and I'm sure we'll have the link in the show notes. But get out there and get that done. And even if you've done them before, I learn something every year. So it is
Hey, maybe I ought to put a link to that in the show notes,
yeah,
Jim. I don't have it, so I'll try it within the next 24 hours or so. I won't have any place to go because I won't be able to get there.
there you
But
go. Well,
well,
yeah.
I probably won't turn out to be that bad. But at any rate, yeah, I'll probably get a link there to the seminars.
Okay.
That's true. I when they were having them, you know, face to face, I
Yep.
went several times over to Columbus, and I really enjoyed. I like I said, I learned something new every time,
Yeah. Very good place,
and
especially for the rookies out
yeah,
there. You learn a
and it's a good
lot.
place to have some interchange with other teams, get acquainted a little bit as well.
Yes, definitely. We've got links to upcoming races and on our website also. Calvin's Challenge on May 17th and 18th, which is here in Ohio. The North American 12-Hour Championship and the 6:12:24 Midwest Time Trials, which is put on by our friend Joe Lawhorn.
And I was down in Springfield, and I had coffee with Harold Holdren there, who signed up for the Coal Country Roubaix, and you should find him
Yep,
there, Jim.
here we go.
Of something that would push me and just put me in those deep dark places and have to fight out of it. And sure enough, there was Joe. I had knew him through acquaintances in this coal country race, and I'm like, okay, this could be interesting. So I researched it more, and he's got this unbound crusher kind of vibe going on with it. And I like races that don't stick with a certain grain of wood. I like things to change up. I like things to be challenging. I like curveballs. I like potholes, things that you don't expect. And I think with this race, I think that's definitely something I could expect. So I was picking up the vibe from Joe that he's kind of taking this thing in that direction where it's going to be hard. There's something different about it that grabbed me, where you just don't know what's coming at you. You just have no idea. You might be in mud, you might be in a creek, you might be climbing trees, whatever it may be. So come and join me at Coal Country Roubaix.
Excellent. And that we look forward to that one coming up. It'll be a good race again this year.
Time to get our guest in here, Jim.
Definitely. Let me pop that up here. Boom. Maybe. There we go.
Whoa.
Unfortunately, we've lost him right now.
I wonder why that's the case.
There we go. I don't know. Hang on.
We see him. He's in the green room.
Yeah. Let me.
But for some reason, I wonder if we need to. That's strange. Let's go. Let's try this scene. See what happens.
Nope. Same thing. I think it's a different link or something happened here.
He's here with us. It says he's here.
Yep.
But I don't see him. Well, I see him in the green room there.
Let me do this and
yeah, let's try that. See what happens.
Let me get back to the scene. Add.
We could just do a. Let's go to the other scene and do a replace speaker.
Okay.
Here, I'll do that.
You can do it. There you go.
we are.
Sorry about that, everybody.
Well, you never know what's going to happen here. Can you hear us, Sanjeev?
Yeah, very well.
Yeah, your video's frozen, but that's okay. We'll follow ahead.
Mesh from New Delhi, welcome aboard here. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, good. We got some other comments. Let's get them in here.
There you go.
Oh, Mrs. Skydog.
Definitely. And Skydog himself is watching.
Very good. Thank you. Happy New Year to you guys there in Denmark. And well, we just heard from Bill, and hope to see you all at Cold Country Base. Stay safe today's storm. Yeah, great.
Definitely.
Well, Sanjeev, tell us a little bit about yourself and your cycling background.
Thanks, Lee and Jim, for inviting me to this show. Ultra cycling basically started cycling some 5 years back. Started with the BRMs and the Golden Triangle, that was 750 kilometers. And then moved on to my first long WUCA race was Delhi Mumbai, that was 1500 kilometers roughly. And then went on to Delhi, Calcutta. That is again that was almost the same distance. And then the longest one was Kashmir to Kanyakumari, which was spanning across whole of India from Himalayas and getting on to the confluence of three oceans where India ends. So from one point to the other, and apart from that, there had been multiple expeditions, in terms of recently did the Srinagar-Leh-Khardungla, that was in the mountains in Himalayas. And I have I've done more than 50 BRMs, finished successfully, and have 9 Super Randonneur titles. Would have been 10, but last year itself. But then again, it was the same kind of problem you faced when you started the year. Your battery didn't think go ahead, and my hub broke. So in a few years, this is what I could do.
Okay. Anybody got any questions out there for Sanjeev?
I do. What got you into ultra cycling? I mean, what gave you the urge to go out and ride very long distances?
See, it was basically testing my limits, or rather challenging my limits, and or rather get into more adventure kind of sport, where I could see the world the way I could not see when I was traveling by car or flight or train. So started with these expeditions of Golden Triangle, that was 750 kilometers, and then got into after a few BRMs, got into ultra cycling. Then I was so confident and started liking it like anything. And since India is quite a diverse country, we got into multiple cultures, multiple kind of terrains, a lot of diversity, and that started exciting me.
Excellent.
So that's how I started getting into long distance.
Okay. And I know a lot of people out there always wonder, how do people handle the mental aspect of the long distance riding?
Mental aspects, long distance is a mix of you have to be physical fitness as well as mental resilience. So it's more of what I could find. It was it's something like you have to tell yourself, if I am on saddle, I have to finish it. That's the only option I have.
Excellent.
So once you get into it, you go ahead. Then you have to get into, the best part over here. I have been a management consultant, been into management. So principles of project management, I could see very much mirroring with when we get into ultra cycling.
Great.
It's it's something like you get into meticulous planning, then you get into resource management, whether it's energy or it is the spares or it is the time, whatever resources you have. Then it also includes a lot of risk management since roads are too crowded and there's always a risk of weather and other things happening, condition of road, and you learn how to mitigate those risks. And then it comes to the final one is stakeholder management, organizers, the timing stations, everything, all the stakeholders. Again, it mixes up with the resource planning very well. So that's how the mental aspect is taken care of. I start thinking of that, I work accordingly.
Gotcha. We got a question from Jaspreet. He's what are your future plans?
Immediately, it is Delhi to Kathmandu coming up, that is C2C. That is the first I'll be doing where I'll be crossing borders of India and first WUCA race. And that's actually the first WUCA race happening that is crossing borders of India and getting into another country. So next is that, and after that it is going to be Golden Triangle, sorry, Golden Quadrilateral. That is 6,000 kilometers. That's roughly around 4,000 miles. And also from east to west of Delhi, just like we did Kashmir to Kanyakumari.
Excellent. And Amit is asking, what keeps you motivated? I think you kind of answered that with the previous question on why do you ultra cycle. But if you want to go further into that, let us know.
You know, in ultra cycling, what I have found is journey is more interesting than reaching the destination. So it's every whatever you have achieved. I normally break my complete target into smaller parts. Then I celebrate each achievement I did do every milestone I reach, and that actually keeps me excited. Then the best part is meeting new people on the road. A lot of diversity, the warmth of all the people we meet, the human connection, the value of human connection we understand over there, and all the eateries and the kind of variety of food we get on road.
Gotcha. Lee?
Um, you kind of threw me. I was working on something else here.
I'm sorry.
He threw me a curveball. Um, so you've done some work in the high altitudes. I'm always curious about high altitudes, how you handle it, how do you prepare for it, how does that work for you?
High altitudes was recent. That was from Srinagar to Leh. That is around 440 kilometers, and then to Khardungla, which is quite at a height at around 18,000 feet, I suppose.
Wow.
Over there, the issue was biggest issue was the thin air. Road was fantastic. Getting into the climbs, and at a lot of places, wind was very strong. So more challenges were because of the altitude, mainly because of the thin air where oxygen was lesser.
Hmm.
And over there also it was the same thing. Once you climb for passes, these mountain passes was in the like it was somewhere around 18 kilometers, 20 kilometers, 25 kilometers. But then there was downhill. Downhill was so strong. It was so steep. The cycle could go at around, I had to apply brakes at 72 kilometers per hour. Speed was getting so fast. I was worried that my tires should not bust. And those spiral roads are quite challenging, but that was very interesting. It was very scenic, and that scenic route moving around along Indus River from where civilization started. That's what we call it. So that actually made me forget all the challenges we had faced while climbing those steep passes. It was really a wonderful experience.
Uh, do you yourself live at a very high altitude?
No, Delhi is at it's somewhere. I should be around 200 meters above mean sea level.
All right. We have another question out there. Ashish, are you associated with any cycling organization who plans the rides for you? Or do you do all the planning yourself when you're
No, no,
unsupported?
no. There are multiples. One is Delhi Randonneurs. Then there is the peddlers. Then there is Day to Gear. There are multiple organizations. Those are there depending on whose ride I get into. Like this Delhi, Bombay, Delhi, Calcutta, and Kashmir to Kanyakumari. I did was with the India Endurance and Delhi Randonneurs. And this Nepal one is C2C. That is with the peddlers and Fit Club. And this Kashmir was with the Day to Gear. So there are multiple, and have been participating in others also, but those have been very few races or kind of like Thar I did 250. That was another club. That was Jaipur Randonneurs. So there have been multiple clubs.
Gotcha. Excellent.
Uh,
Go
I
ahead.
do want to get to the Randonneurs. Did you do Paris Best Paris?
Not as yet.
Okay,
All right.
that
And
on your agenda.
yeah,
I'm planning to go for that in the next season, and maybe if
20
time permits, I'll go for LEL this year.
2027 is it the next one?
Yeah,
Yeah, 2027.
and along those same lines, Mrs. Skydog wants to know: would you ever think about participating in RAM?
of course. But the biggest thing is I have to plan it quite well in advance. It requires a lot of resources in terms of free time from the job, and also I have to be free in a lot of training and practice. Definitely, I'm planning it in the next couple of years, but not this year.
Excellent.
Well, you mentioned resources. Let's just be upfront about it. We're talking about money.
Money is one thing, and time, because if I have to spend money, I have to earn also. So, putting all the time over here, I won't be able to earn which I can spend there.
Definitely. It is a big commitment. Just
Yeah,
like anything ultra cycling, it's a huge commitment. You gotta put in the time and the money to make it happen.
you know this. It's there are two things to it, two or three other. I would say one is professional and the money you have spoken, and the other is support from the family.
Yes, definitely.
For this ultra cycling, I've till now I've been getting pretty good support from my kids, from my wife. So it has been pretty nice till now. Let's see. Let's hope future goes in the same manner.
Gotcha. Now, along those lines, do you have any sponsors or anybody that help you?
No, not as of now.
Okay.
But sponsors are most welcome anytime.
All right.
What's your nutritional plan for cycling, especially when you're self supported? What do you use for nutrition, Sajiv?
See, whenever I see something interesting on these eateries, they are good eateries along the highways we have. So those are nice ones and large ones. So I keep on eating, mostly getting into taking more of proteins, going for fats, because that also we require, and then getting into some sugary stuff when I have to get into the climbs. So I eat anything and everything, and it's not specific that I go for some supplements or anything.
So,
Normally going for chicken for proteins, and red meat for recovery and fats.
well, that's kind of interesting because a lot of people have special diets who they're
Mm-hmm.
kind of eclectic.
I eat anything and everything, whatever I get. And
Yeah.
moreover, somebody asked me earlier in one of these media interactions, they said,
But
why do you do this kind of cycling? I said, even I think of that, but then I make myself understand I do all this so that I can eat freely. Then I can kill all the
yeah,
calories.
yeah.
There you go. A question that we haven't gotten in the past: what is your total cycling mileage that do you shoot for a specific mileage over a specific time, like a year, or what's your total since you've been started ultra cycling?
It should be around, I haven't counted because before Strava I was using Runkeeper. So it should be around between 45 to 50,000 kilometers I have done till now. And every year it again depends. Like last year it was quite high because I had that Kashmir to Kanyakumari done. But this year, let's see how it goes. But at an average, I feel it is yearly, it is somewhere between 10,000 to 15,000 kilometers.
Excellent. Got a question out there. How safe do you feel riding ultra in India continuously, especially during the late evenings and early mornings?
Uh, that's quite a nice question, because it's Chiro asking. He's the organizer who did Delhi, Kashmir to Kanyakumari, Delhi, Bombay, and Delhi, Calcutta. He was the organizer.
Okay.
So it is safe. I mean, we go on highways. Those are where commercial traffic is quite high. very heavy traffic.
Mm-hmm.
So evenings and mornings when we are crossing a few towns, office traffic also starts. Those are the peak hours. So sometimes it feels like why the heck I'm doing it? It's so much of traffic. It's so risky. But then again, we think we have to finish it and then keep moving. So specifically in near to the larger cities and on these busy highways, it's quite scary. But that's some part of it. Most of the time, it's okay. Some people feel it too risky, but now we are quite used to of it. Maybe we have started doing more of risk mitigation, or have started understanding that this is what we have to live with.
Gotcha. And he's also wants to know how good are the road conditions in India for your ultra cycling endeavors?
80 to 90% roads are good,
Okay.
and during the day, traffic is very nice. It's okay. Roads are pretty wide. Roads are mettered and very nice roads. You can move on left hand side. In the
Mm-hmm.
night also, in the evening, like I was discussing that evening and morning, then also it's okay, but like it's for when the twilight is there, then there is some problem, otherwise it's okay.
Gotcha. Jaspreet's asking, what is your routine training plan for these rides?
That's a difficult question, Jaspreet. There's no routine plan, sorry, routine training plan. I pick up a cycle, I just move, and I go anywhere I feel like, and then comes the BRM the next weekend. So it's something like my training is mainly on the BRMs. 200, 300. Today there was a 200 which I didn't go for because I had to be here. So next weekend onwards, 300, 400, and 600 from Delhi Randonneurs are there. So I'll be participating. So mainly travel training plan is through BRMs.
Gotcha. Uh, what is your dream route? What would be if you could cycle anywhere, what would be your
I
dream
would
route?
I would love to go around the globe. It'll be a world tour with a message of world peace and human connection. How beautiful human connection is, and how can it make Earth safe and sustainable for everybody. Riding
Excellent.
cycles, moving away from fossil fuel, and making roads comfortable and safe for riders and vehicles together. So that is kind of the tour I want to do. That's my in my wish list. I'll be doing it maybe in near future or later, but I'll definitely be doing it, and I'll be conveying that message to everybody.
All right. Excellent. Along with your training plan, what do you do for strength training or anything?
Strength training, it's I go to gym. I do my lower and upper training, and then I do running and walking. I do around 100 kilometers of walk every week. That includes running and walking. So that's normally like that's quite normal, doing around 20 kilometers 5 days a week. So that's how. And moreover, getting into doing some weight training for my muscles. That's it.
Gotcha. Another question we always have having families, how do you convince your family to let you go on these long trips, and how do they deal with that?
Ashish, that's a nasty question. If my family is watching, I don't want to spill the beans. So, what happens is I tell her in advance that this is the way it is going to be, and she's very supportive. So, in case there is something urgent, then that has to be taken care of at home. Otherwise, uh, it's okay. I just have to tell well in advance and request that. That's it.
Gotcha. I think Lee and I had the right idea. We both ride tandems or ridden tandems, so
Yeah, that's the
they
way to
have
do
to
it.
come with us.
Sure.
Excellent. Lee, do you have any further questions for?
No, I just think it's been wonderful that we've had all these questions come from our guests. We didn't have to work too much, Jim.
Definitely, I like these kind of shows, and
So,
we've got a great person on with us, so it's been a great time.
okay, well, listen, Sanjeev, we wish you well. And
Thank you.
we would hope that in the near future we'd hear more from you. What's going on there?
Sure.
Uh,
That would be.
any final words? Any thoughts you'd like to give us before you leave?
Yeah. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity and inviting me over here. After finishing this Delhi, Kathmandu, and Golden Quadrilateral and others, it'll be a pleasure sharing my experience with you. It'll be really great. Thank you very much.
Uh-oh. Well, that was kind of perfect timing that we lost him right here at the end and not during the middle of it.
Yeah, yeah. Apparently something happened there.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, thank you so
unfortunately.
much, Sanjeev, and
Yes,
thank everybody
Thank
for
you.
watching. Thank you all for such great participation, Jim.
definitely.
That's what makes it fun.
Yes, I love this kind of show because I think this is the most questions we had for guests. That's great.
Most questions we've ever had. Did we
Yes.
get through all of them?
Yeah, I got through everybody's and all the non-question posts, so that's great. There he's
Uh,
back.
Sorry for jumping in there, Jim, on some of the work in the back.
Oh, no worries. You're fine.
We had a little problem there, and I
Yeah.
thought I'd try to correct it without trying to talk to you.
No, you're good.
Let's find. Why don't we find Greg and say goodbye? Sanjeev, don't go away. We might chat with you here a little bit afterwards,
Okay.
okay?
Excellent.
Sure.
All right, let's find Greg.
This is Gregory Zuber, thanking you for watching and sharing.
Of something that would push me and just put me in those deep, dark places and have to fight out of it.
This is Gregory Zuber, thanking you for watching and sharing.
Music by Kevin MacLeod.